how's it going, guys? My name is Zach with the Movie Castle, and today we're going to be taking a look at Hack Slash Back to School. This is a 4-issue miniseries written and drawn by Zoe Thorogood. Now, Zoe Thorogood is a up-and-coming comic artist that really does have a cult following, and Hack Slash is a classic horror comic that also has a cult following. What happens when we mix the two of them together? A very fun and different result. I really do like it. It is a very different flavor for Hack Slash. It's much more energetic and poppy, and a lot of the slashers here do lean into magical powers and crazy extreme stuff. But it is really fun, and I do like, the story arc to still feel like it belongs in the Hack Slash world, but to say, hey, this one story is going to have its own unique feel. Cassie, really early on in her career, like literally just right after she met Vlad, is taken in by this school for slasher hunting girls. So we get a bit of like a girl team-up book, and we get to see a bunch of other slasher hunters. They're gonna go on wacky adventures, but we also get this mother character that they're slowly tracking down, and it's a cool, creepy character. But I did like the wildness and creativity of the missions, and I did like the feel of Cassie interacting with these other girls, and really, not having anywhere that she belonged for the longest time since her mother, and now she's found literally a place full of people just like her, and to get to see her actually have a bit of youth and a bit of childhood that she never thought she would find. And I think that's really interesting to see, what if Cassie found this place that she could really fit in, but it's not a place where the pre-lunch lady Cassie fits in, it's a place where the post-lunch lady Cassie fits in, so kind of doing a bit of an opposite of My First Maniac there, and I think it is really cool. I do think there are two flaws here, though. One is that I really do wish the book was longer. It's a good story, but I was really digging that episodic structure, but because this is a 4-issue miniseries, you basically get the beginning, the end, and then like 2 episodes in the middle. I really wish we had like 6 to 12 issues to really, see a bunch of different missions these girls went on. That would have been really cool. And in turn, the finale, everything kind of gets wrapped up just a little bit too quick. And I'm like, this is really good. I just wish it was longer. I wish there were 2 or 3 volumes of this just to really flesh out these ideas and really get the adventures down. The other thing, though, is poor Vlad in this one. Because it is a school for girls, they keep him in an outbuilding. And when you do see him on screen, he's really funny and he's full of energy. And I always, of course, do love Vlad. And he's just not in the comic too terribly much. And I kind of wish they took him on missions or something. It is a girl team book and be about Cassie and finding friends and stuff, so it did suck not to have too much Vlad in here, but I do get that that's the tone of this particular story. But other than that, I really do like it, and I really do like how it feels different and, energetic, and I do like how we took elements of both the Zoe Thorogood style and the classic Hack Slash style and got something that feels like it works within both of these worlds. I thought this was pretty fun and different and a cool little mini-series. Hopefully we get more from Hack Slash. They are doing some stuff for their 20th anniversary, and I would really love to see more cool mini-series from them. Here's hoping we get Hack Slash meets Walking Dead or Universal Monsters or something. I just really do want more. Anyway, though, if you guys want to see this story in a little bit more details, I'm going to switch over to the close-up camera. I'll show you guys some of the story and some of the art. I'll be avoiding major spoilers, but without further ado, let's switch to the close-up camera. Alright, here we are inside the castle taking a closer look at Hack Slash Back to School. Let's bring the cover closer to the camera. And I really do like this. We get to see Cassie and Vlad in the center in color with the creepy mother arms coming up between them. And then we get drawings in Cassie's notebook of all the other characters. And I really do like Cassie does keep her notebook in here, just like she did in My First Maniac. But anyway, a fun cover. Flip it to the side, there's a little Cassie there, and there's the spine. And then I actually really do love this back. We get a picture of a cosplayer on the back, but if we look over here at the credit line, the cosplayer is actually Zoe Thorogood, who is the writer and artist of this comic. And I really do like that idea that the writer herself is going to really step into the character's shoes there. I think that's really fun. I also do like how there's these quotes up here, but if we look on the bottom, there's actually a joke quote from Zoe Thorogood herself saying, "I think I should get an Eisner for Hack Slash purely on the grounds that it would be funny." I love sneaking in little jokes like that. Comic is only $12.99 US. There's the barcode, and there's the 20 Bloody Years logo. Collects issues 1 through 4, which is the complete miniseries. Cracking it open, we can see that the story and the art are by Zoe Thorogood. There's a few other colorist credits as well, and then Hack Slash created by Tim Seeley and Stefano Colissi. As far as bonus features go, we do get a really nice cover gallery, and there's a lot of alternate covers. I really in particular like this Cassie versus Michonne. Ah man, I would love to get that cover if I found it. Another notable one is this one here from Stefano Colissi, the original Hack Slash artist. And then we get a cover that pits Cassie against Frankenstein's monster. Bear in mind that Image Comics actually does the Universal Monsters comics. I would love to see Hack Slash versus the Universal Monsters. That would be great. We also have a sketch page here, and we get a picture of Zoe Thorogood with Tim Seeley, which I think is pretty fun as well. And then in the very back, we also get an updated timeline that puts Back to School between Me Without You and Euthanized. Anyway, after that, I want to jump into the story proper. I'm going to be avoiding major spoilers, but I do want to say my piece on a few plot points, do a little bit of analysis, and show you guys some of the art. I'll try to be avoiding anything too big though, but without further ado, let's dive in. Right off the bat, I do want to say they preserve the A covers as chapter breaks, and it's going to be portrait covers of the 4 main girls, and I really do love this one of Cassie. She's beating up these training dummies here. Anyway, after that, we get the setup for the story. This girl doing a bunch of finger painting, but it turns out that's blood. Her parents' blood. And there's a string of murders on the news, a bunch of kids doing the killings. We then jump to Cassie and Vlad at this burger place, and from their dialogue, we find out that this is literally right after the big fight where Cassie and Vlad met, and we get a bunch of character stuff where she's going, "I don't think this is really a partnership," but also the very first test to see if Hack Slash will last. We see that Cassie's actually filling out a job application because she just simply doesn't even know where her money's going to be coming from, and we also do get her birthday there as 8/31/86. But anyway, Cassie is approached by this bunny, and he says this cryptic line about not being able to have salvation from inside the machine, and then he starts to go on a killing spree, and yeah, a really violent and intense moment to start out this comic. It's crazy and fun, and we get to see Cassie freaking out, and we get these really nice half panels where you see half is in the present and half is her thinking about her mother. It's a really interesting sequence, and I also do like they give the slasher a bit of a personality, talking about he was someone who died at work and now he's big anti-corporate. A fun little gag. But Cassie's actually going to be saved this time around by a woman named Darla, another slasher hunter. After they talk, she takes Cassie to the Hunter for Hire and Darla Ritz's Academy for Girls, but basically she's going to be taken into this girls' school where she's going to learn how to hunt slashers and even actually get to make a little money off of it. We really get to know the characters, like we find out that Darla used to be a movie star, and one day while she was filming a slasher movie, a real slasher came to set, one that was against putting slashers in movies, like, "You're just mimicking what's my real life." But of course, she's gonna get out of that and turn into a slasher hunter, and we're gonna get a few scenes of settling into the academy. there's this fun and upbeat character called Boo, and I really do love this sequence where she starts dancing with Vlad. Poor Vlad, they make him live in one of the outbuildings, but I do like that he has this friendship here. We get this other moment later with this character Sam, and Cassie accidentally walks into her room when she's watching anime, and we get a cool scene of the two girls sitting there talking and bonding. And I also like this scene here where we get to see them on their day off partying. And yeah, this says that this is 6/7/2005, so not quite sure what that does to the timeline, but let's not overanalyze it right now. But anyway, of course, they start going on several cool missions. The computer girl sends them to this case where a bunch of people are found dead by their computers, and we of course get them sucked in, and when they go into the computer world, they're inside the cult classic Frog Boy game. It's really cool to see the characters inside the video game, and they get to talk about how it's been a cult game and about the culture that surrounds it, which yeah, this does feel a little early for 2005, but whatever, it's still cool. And they have to get to the unreleased final game. We get another mission where the girls have to go to this club, and of course we get Boo there that's going to be super ready to go in, and they have to say, oh no, these schoolgirl outfits are just costumes. And obviously I can't show you too much of this one, but let's just say that what pointed them off here is that girls went missing and someone found a bunch of discarded body parts, and get ready for some David Cronenberg / Junji Ito style body horror. They're gonna find some crazy stuff down there, but I don't want to ruin it because it is some really cool designs when you get to see it. But of course we can't forget that the big enemy, the mother character, is still out there, and every now and then they're going to get a little clue as to where she is or what she's up to, and that will of course be what we're building to at the end of this book. Overall, I really do like this. It's a very different feel for hack slash, but I do like how it still does feel like hack slash, just a different and unique lens on it. And it was really fun to do a mini-series that kind of went off and did its own little crazy thing. It's much more pop, it's much more on the magical side, and it is super high energy, but overall, I really had a fun time with this book, and I am curious if Zoe will come back and do another one. I would love to see another installment from her, and really just more hack slash in general. I've always loved this comic, and I really am glad with the 20-year anniversary we are starting to see more stuff come out of it again. I really want to see more of this, and I had a good time with this. Anyway, to everyone who's watched so far, thank you for watching. To everyone who's liked and subscribed, thank you. You really are helping the channel out. I'll leave a relevant playlist on the bottom. This should be my hack slash playlist where you can find several other reviews for other stories in this comic. Anyway, have a good day. I'll see you guys again very soon. Relevant playlist on the bottom. Have a good day now.